Welcome back. We are here with the 1470s recap. Very exciting to finish another decade. So let's start in 1470, where Odilgard Goth became an infant, and then Peregrine Landgrab became a toddler, Fiora Payne became a teenager, and Bella Larkin unfortunately passed away. For marriages, we had Catalina marrying Jay, so he moved on from our Francesca, and then Dawn and Katrina did get married. Cassandra got abducted by aliens, which was wild, and we did meet the new Sims in Windenburg. We had our daughter's birthday, and we tried so hard to plead for her, but unfortunately, we failed at that. And meanwhile, Dante started seducing Bob, and we had the funeral for our baby girl. In 1471, we had the alien babies be born. So we had Adelard and Aldred were born to Bella Goth from her alien person. Then we also had Alexander Goth II be born, along with Randolph Landgrab II, and our very sweet Lavinia Larkin became a child, Madalena Larkin became a teenager, and Francesca became a young adult. In the deaths, unfortunately, as we know, were Alexander Goth, who passed away, Jay Huntington, who we murdered, and Tiffany Goth, who passed away. That was just like really unfortunate. Both Tiffany and Alex died at the same time. Meanwhile, in our home, we have Cassandra working on her parenting skill. We have Thomas inviting people over for dinner, meeting everyone. The kids are learning and trying to get better. We had an archery competition, which Thomas won, of course. The kids started making friends with each other. That's Olivia there. And Bob continued to be seduced by Dante. Unfortunately, we found out vampire ladies cannot get pregnant since Francesca failed. And since she was so angry, she killed Jay after losing her baby. We had a new baby. And we did, of course, lose Tiffany and Alex. In 1472, we had Adelaide, the baby that was born in the last one, age up into an infant. And then we did have Adelard, who aged up into a toddler. We also had Alex II age up into a toddler. And unfortunately, Aldred did not make it, first of the alien babies to die. We have Cassandra mentoring her children in their skills, doing really a good job. We had a banquet, which was really fun. Lots of parties for Thomas. Bob was convinced by Dante to get a divorce from his wife, but then Dante turned around and broke up with him. We also have Nina finding out she's pregnant and Dante being absolutely devastated about it, and Thomas reading to his children. So there's that. In 1473, moving right along, we had the triplets were born. So that is Daniel, Dante II, and David. Much to Dante I's chagrin, he did not want a baby, and then he had triplets. Then we also have Malcolm III, Landgrab, who aged up into a child. Mortimer and Thomas also aged up into children, which was really exciting for us. So that's our heir right there. We have Olivia becoming a teenager, so that was really good for everyone. Lavinia, super smart, love her, making friends with Iggy, which was super fun. They were friends for a really long time. We have Dante, who is very upset about the whole triplet situation, and they are born. So again, he had the triplets, and he's not happy about it. So they try to forget about it by plotting the demise of another marriage. The guys are getting into gambling, and unfortunately, Al Rosaria found out that Thomas was living with Odilgard's ghost, so they did end up finally getting a divorce after a very tumultuous marriage. In 1474, we only had a couple birthdays. We had Catalina Huntington, who had married Jay and is now a widow, and we have our Ginevra, who became young adults. We also had a ball, so Thomas and Cassandra were really living their best lives there. The twins became BFFs, which was really cute. Mom came to visit and give us the scoop on Dad, which is, anyway. And then also we have Dante flirting, Nina flirting. We are after the Spencer Kim Lewis family at this point. And then Ginevra tells her mother that she is ready to leave the nest, and she leaves for Tartosa. In 1475, the triplets became toddlers. So there again is Daniel, Dante II, and David, who all became toddlers at this age. Our only Blondie there. And then we have Peregrine Lamgrab becoming a child. We have Malcolm Payne becoming a teenager. Look at that handsome guy. And then, unfortunately, El Rosaria did end up passing away right after her divorce. So tragic. We met some new Sims today. We met Milos Dubek along with his wife, Chinwe, and their child, Yaroslav. So those were like the first new family we introduced into the game. We went over their house and we played archery with them and met them, and that was really great. Cassandra really took a shining to Chinwe to help her in the society. Thomas visits after the divorce, and that's weird. Everyone's hanging out together, and Dante, of course, flirts with Chinwe, but breaks her heart like immediately because he's like that. And we did again lose El Rosaria. So because of that, we had Madalena moving in with us. So that brings us to 1476, where Odelgard Goth became a child, and Helen Smith became a young adult. We did unfortunately lose the other alien baby, so we have no alien babies around here, and we also lost Cassandra and Frost, so there's that. And then we met a new family again. This is Earl Henry Docra and his wife Rowena the Countess. They have 3 children. Alice is the first, and then followed by Robert, and then William. So that is another new family that we met. So in the game, of course, we met them and we got to know them a little bit. We also had Thomas and Cassandra spend some time together because we knew they were potentially both dying. A fire broke out in the house. So first Cassandra pleaded for Thomas, and she was successful, but unfortunately Thomas in pleading for Cassandra was not successful. So we did lose Cassandra. We had a, service for her, and it was all very sad. Meanwhile, Nina gets pregnant with Milos. In 1477, we had a few birthdays again. Agnes Dubek, so that is our child, the Dubek family. Alex Goth II. Fiora Payne became a young adult, and then we did lose little Adelaide, very sad. For the new family that we met Pedro II Marin, his wife Joan, and their children, including Pedro III, Diana, Robert, and Grace, who we're seeing now as we work through the family. And we introduced them to our game. We then had a marriage between Ginevra and Mitchell. They did get married and they got the color blue, so that's really exciting. Unfortunately, they don't have any children to use the color, but anyway, so we met the new family, and the kids are all getting along, having a lot of fun, loving having kids their age. We found out that Madalena was missing. That was really scary. Meanwhile, Nina is seducing Eric, and Dante is getting Alice pregnant. So we pleaded for Adelaide. Unfortunately, it was a failure. So poor Thomas. I've been losing a lot lately. And in 1478, we then had Bridget Lewis, who was born to Alice, who was our baby, and then Nina was able to give birth to Eric Lewis II. So he finally has an heir. We have Agnes Dubek aging up into a toddler, Lavinia Larkin aging up into a teenager. Look how gorgeous she is, and Randolph Landgrab II becoming a teenager. We then met another new family. So this is Andrew Fletcher and his wife Amy, their children Adam, Amelia, and Aaron. They were the ones that fled from France after trying to have a coup. So they are going to be full of drama and excitement. They're pretty much all evil, so that'll be great. Then we introduced the Gentlemen's Club. So Thomas finally started his own club of men to hang out and do stuff with. Lavinia is now starting to, work on becoming accomplished. We had her coming out party, which didn't really go super well. Dante broke up with Alice because she was being too clingy. And then to get back at Nina for divorcing him, he destroyed Dina's marriage. As for last year, 1479, we have Bridget becoming a toddler and Eric becoming a toddler as well, along with Dante, David, and Daniel becoming all children. So that's our triplets. I guess it's Daniel, Dante, and David in that order. Then we met another new family, Cassin de Marle and his wife, Bidon, and her affair partner, Imbert Jamlin, and then her affair baby, Claudine, and then their daughter with her husband, Isabel, and then Elliot and Jahan. One of those aren't his baby, but I can't remember which one, so there's that. Meanwhile, we have the Gentleman Club continuing to meet. Everyone's getting along. Everyone's meeting each other. We had a little chaperone date between Lavinia and Iggy, which was really exciting, and she may have gotten a little smoochy on the side. Meanwhile, Olivia is giving her some competition. Olivia does seem to like Iggy as well, but he agreed to court with Lavinia, so that was exciting for her. Thomas forced Dante to have a birthday party for the kids. Meanwhile, Dante was seducing Andrew and making his wife jealous. So Amy was jealous. And then we broke up their marriage. So that is what happened in the last decade. Totally wild. Had so much fun. I am so excited to start the next decade. I cannot believe how quickly we're getting through the 1400s. It is just wild to me. I know we have some wars coming up. Lots of stuff is happening. And we are continuing on with the drama. I'm excited for the next generation. I'm excited to ruin their lives. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this decade. Let's move on to the next one, and I'll catch you in the next one.